I had a student who did crochet, and he was really good, though. He was really, really great. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Let me get my apron ready. Like I said, I got some of my items already mixed out, ready to rock and roll. Okay. You got my top view and my side view. Okay. So, Mr. Juan, okay, you can either watch the class now, and then once the class is done, go shopping and produce your food. Okay. So that way you'll know what we got, what the ingredients you need for today, and the technique. If I were you, I'd record it in your phone, especially when it comes to some of the techniques to make. All right. If you can't, by at least by 8:30 the latest, 8:30. That's what time we do the grades for both classes. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me get my towel side ready. My side towels ready. So, like I said to you guys yesterday in sequence, okay? You want to start with your risotto first. Risotto, and then we'll work on the lamb. While the lamb is going, we're going to work on your sauce, and then the salad and the beans are the last ones. You should already have them pre-cooked. Your green beans pre-blanched. Your navy beans already pre-cooked. Okay. So, risotto, you know how to make risotto. If you want to follow me, that's fine. If not, go ahead and get it going. I know Miss Tessa's probably having already risotto done and creamy and all that good stuff. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to use butter. Ms. Rebecca, again, use oil. Try to get away from going to the ER. Okay. Butter is going to my pan. Okay. There we go. Okay. Butter is melting, and then once that is done, I'm going to add my onions and my garlic, and then go with my arborio. I got my chicken stock here already hot too, ready to go. Okay. Butter is melting. Onions going in. Garlic. In it goes. Saute de translucent. Quiet. Okay. Onions are not translucent. I'm going to add my arborio. Okay. Get it nice and coated with that butter or oil. Okay. Lightly toast the rice kernels. See, they're lightly getting toasted, okay? I don't want them brown, I just want to lightly toast on my rice, okay? There we go. I can see the garlic starting to be toasted as well too, because I can smell it. Okay. I can hear sizzle, snack, crackle, pop, just like Rice Krispies. Now I know it's ready for my chicken stock, okay? Add enough liquid just to cover the rice. Pinch of salt. That's it. Drop the heat to low to medium and let that go, okay? Rice is going, guys. Rice is going, okay? At the same time, I'm going to start now on my lamb, okay? I'm going to start working on my lamb, okay? So this is where you, this is where I'm going to show you how to French your lamb. Joshua, Lali, Clarissa, Chloe, Amari, Armando, Mr. Marcus, if he joins in. Those of you guys who have bought lamb, okay? Different cutting board, okay? Different cutting board that I have here on my table, okay? I do not want to cross-contaminate my white cutting board from for my salad. So I got a different cutting board here, okay? I'm gonna put my lamb here. This is the same kind of lamb you guys got in school, from school, okay? So I am going to cut close to the loin, okay? I'm gonna cut right across until I hit that bone. Remember how when you guys French that chicken? When you cut right next to the wing, the armpit, until you hit that bone, and try to separate the skin from the armpit, okay, push it outwards. I'm doing the same thing here. But I want to make sure I score it and cut it to expose that bone all the way around, okay? All the way around, okay? See that bone is being exposed now, okay? And push some of the meat away from the main part of the lamb, okay? Here you go. I'm going to turn it upside down, take a look at it, and try to follow the same seam line on the other side. See? I'm going cutting all the way around, even on top of the bone, okay? Between the bone, cutting that silver skin, okay? So this is what I'm doing right now, okay? Right here, okay? Going again like that, cut it all the way around, okay? Now I can take a look at it and I can almost, poke holes in it, okay? So I'm going to continue cutting, okay? Try to separate as much silver skin and meat from the bones where I cut, okay? Using the tip of my boning knife to scrape that skin and the meat away from where I cut, okay? You gotta take your time on this one. Turn it as many times as you can, okay, to be able to separate that tough silver skin from the bone, okay? I'm going to watch my risotto, lower the heat, it's too high, okay? Keep on cutting. Okay. And keep on cutting again. So I want to make sure that the bone is clean, because once I go back, I should be able to pull that clean off the bone with no scraping of the bone. Yeah, because if you see in the cryo bag, we're all got the same lamb as Chloe, okay? Remember, it's a gamey lamb, okay? Mine smells the same way. It's not bad, but it's the gaminess of the lamb. Some people got thrown off with the aroma of the lamb. Okay. Kind of like reddish or brown. It might be a little bit gray because it got oxidized because it was sitting in a cryo bag. If it's a little bit gray, that means it got exposed to air, especially where you see that it cut, because it was one rack originally, but they cut it right through the cryo bag and they put that half into your Ziploc baggie. So there are going to be some parts that are kind of grayish or brown. That's the part that was exposed to the air and it oxidized, just like a potato would, okay? They took them out all at the same time, okay? They cut them at the same time and they give it to us in the same at the same time in a Ziploc baggie. Mine is the same as yours. Mine is the same as Lali's, Clarissa's, Joshua, Amari, and Armando. They're all the same, okay? Because I probably got the other half of your lamb, and so forth, so on, okay? So here we go. I separated enough meat from the bones now, okay? This is how it looks like now, okay? See that bone in the middle with my fingers running through? Okay? All the way to the back, okay? Now I'm gonna put it down with the arch facing up, facing towards me. And I'm going to take my knife, the tip of my knife, and cut the silver skin right in the middle of that rib bone, all the way to the end. Boom, okay? Make sure they separate that silver skin from the meat bone, okay? So like that, okay? Got it? Continue to do the same thing on the other rib bones, okay? Cut them with the tip of the knife, separating the silver skin from the middle of the rib bones, okay? To the sides. Take your time, don't rush it, okay? Okay, my risotto has absorbed almost absorbed the first batch of water. Now with my lamb, I'm gonna put my thumb in between the bones, okay? And then push out.
Chef, are you okay?
Yeah, why?
All I heard was ow. I'm like,
No, that wasn't
you
me.
okay? Ouch. Said ouch.
Somebody said ouch. I didn't say ouch. I'm used to pain. So I'm trying to remove the meat gently with my fingers, okay? There we go, okay? So it's gonna take a little bit of elbow grease, but you gotta be gentle, you gotta take your time, okay?
Hey, Chef.
Yes.
So we couldn't find any lamb chops. So the only thing we were able to get were lamb shoulders.
So lamb shoulders, make sure you cut them accordingly to the plate size, okay? If they're too big, gotta cut them back down in size, okay?
Lamb shoulder chops.
Yeah, lamb shoulder chops will work too, but they gotta be, make sure you French them, and if they have the bone attached, make sure the bone is clean, okay? Just like I'm doing now on the screen.
This is still weirdly packaged. Extremely packaged. Still weird.
So here we go, okay? This is what I took out of my lamb, right here. This little strip, okay? But my bones are not clean yet, because again, that meat and silver skin is kind of tough. So I'm gonna take my knife and then scrape each bone clean, okay? I add more stock to my risotto. There we go. So I'm gonna continue to clean, yes.
Right?
What is it? Yes. Just make sure the bones are clean. That's it. Okay. So I'm scraping the bone with the blade of my paring knife. Okay. I'm scraping it nice and clean. No silver skin. No meat on it. Okay.
Get another one on for Shadow. Yeah, you just said order it.
David, your mic's on if you haven't noticed.
Continue to scrape that bone clean with the blade of the knife, guys. Okay. That bone's got to be clean of any meat, any silver skin, anything. Just got to be the bone by itself. Okay. That's 2 bones. I'm going for my 3rd bone. Okay. There we go. My bones are clean now. Okay. This is what your rack of lamb should look like. The bones being clean. Okay. Nice and clean. No meat on them. Okay. Got it, Miss Chloe?
Yeah.
So take a look at the screen. This is how the bone's supposed to be nice and clean. Okay.
You said you used your paring knife?
Correct. I use the blade of my paring knife to scrape off the meat. Okay, Lali. Okay, Joshua, Clarissa, Almadi, Armando, Marcus. Right? Okay.
Chef, I ended up with like the ugly pinky toe of the Rex. Is that okay?
Look at mine.
Can
I got the pinky toe too. I cleaned that pinky toe as well too.
okay.
Yep. Ain't nothing wrong with a pinky toe. Taking a look at my risotto right now. The water is it's still there. It's not evaporated yet, so I'm just keeping an eye on it. That's my 2nd batch of water that I added to the risotto yet. So I'm gonna hold on, hold on to it. Oh, dude, kick me out. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let me know when you get the bones clean for you guys to have the rack of lamb, and I'll go to the next step, okay? How you doing, Chefy? Let me see him. Put him on the screen so I can see him. How big they are. Okay, so they have the bone in it. So cut around that bone and leave that bone exposed, nice and clean. Okay. So I'm going to cut half of the meat off. Okay. That way they can be presentable on the plate. They're not going to be that huge Fred Flintstone kind of steak. Okay. How you guys are doing the rack of lamb? Bones clean or not yet? Okay. Clarissa? Miss Clarissa? Okay. Clarissa's done. Chloe's doing the second bone. Lali, how you doing the rack of lamb? Okay. Marcus, rack of lamb, how you doing? Okay. Who else? Amari, Armando, how's your rack of lamb bones? How's it look like? Are they clean yet? Hello? They leave us? Or they're still with us? Yes, Miss Tessa. Different plate. Different. Okay. And I'm going to show you a demo how to make a different salad incorporating a piece of bread. Okay. You don't have to. I'm just saying on my side so I can show you guys a different kind of salad. I got a piece of here, like, you know, sourdough bread from HEB. I got sliced. I'm gonna cut it in half, very thin, and I'm gonna make it into crostini. Okay, you'll see. Mm-hmm. Risotto's going. I think I just added the last part of my stock. Okay, and I'm just gonna let that evaporate. It's still kind of crunchy. Yep. I love cherry tomatoes. You got a pork tenderloin and pork loin. What do you got? Cut it in half vertically. One half for tomorrow. The thickest part and the thinnest part today. Okay. You're gonna season that. Okay. Season it. Remove the silver skin. It doesn't have a lot of silver skin, so remove it lightly with a boning knife. And then rub it with oil, a little bit of salt, and sear it off. Once it's seared, you're going to smear some of the Dijon mustard and then some molasses. You're going to dab that in egg wash, and you're going to coat it with seasoned breadcrumbs. And it's going to be finished cooking in the oven until it reaches 145 internal temperature. And it's not going to take that long time because, again, pork tender, very tender loin. Okay? Let me see if I can put in chat. Okay. There you go. It's in the chat, Ms. Mary, okay? All right, risotto, it looks like it's getting done. I'm going to proceed with my next step on the lamb, okay, guys? Now, I'm going to clean some of this fat off. Not so close to the bone, okay? This little strip right here, this little flap. I'm going to remove it, okay? There you go, see? Little flap, removed. What I am about to do next, you don't have to do what I do, but I'm going to show you a different kind of presentation. This rack of lamb right here, so it's on my hand. It is ready to be not ready. I'm going to remove some of the silver skin. Okay, right here. See that? Okay. Remove some of the silver skin because if you don't, it's going to become tough and chewy. Okay. So remove some of the silver skin. There you go. Silver skin off. Okay. Gentle. Do not remove a lot of meat. Only the silver skin you're getting rid of, okay? So you're going to be having the flesh exposed, okay? Not silver skin. Okay, there it is. Okay, guys? This is the silver skin being removed from a rack of lamb. Okay, see that flesh? No silver skin, only the meat, okay? There's a little bit on the underside. I'm going to remove that too, okay? I'm going to almost like shave it off, okay? That's all it takes, okay? Very gentle, okay? Now, what I'm going to do, you don't have to do what I do, but this is ready to be seasoned with oil and salt and then sear until it's golden brown. And like I said on the chat, then you rub it with mustard, then molasses, egg wash, and then breadcrumbs, and it's ready to go. What I'm going to do is a little bit different. You don't have to do what I do. I'm just going to show you a different part, okay? My rack of lamb, the bones are facing the cutting board. Their arch is facing the cutting board, okay? Not upside down. So it doesn't look like a bowl. I'm going to gently use my knife, remove the loin from the bones, okay? See that? I'm removing the loin from the bones, okay? I'm cutting as close as I can to the bones to remove just the loin, okay? Here we go, see? Sure. Because it got oxidized. Yep. And the order that you get is from being in the cryovac and Ziploc bag because it's been in your refrigerator since last week, Friday. Okay. So here's my rack of lamb. What I did is put my knife here, close to the bones, right? And remove this loin away from the bones. See that? Okay. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can do that as well too, okay? And these little scraps that I trim off the lamb, I'm going to deep fry them. I got some oil here in my stovetop. I'm going to make lamb chicharrones. Just because. So the trimmings are not trash, guys. You can make deep fry it, make it like lamb chicharrones. Okay? Up to you. Now, I'm taking a look at my risotto. The water's almost evaporated, okay? Still got some moisture in it. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer, okay? Almost there. Okay. Yes. Oh, that's good. That looks good. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's great, Mr. Mitchell. Oil with salt, a little bit. Okay. I'm going to sear my loin right now. Okay. Pan is on the stove top. I'm going to hit it just a little bit of oil. Okay, I'm going to use the same oil that I'm frying my little lamb Scooby snacks. Okay. There you go. I'm going to get that nice pan hot. In the meantime, I'm going to use some saran wrap because I don't have any butcher's twine. Okay. And I'm going to make a string out of the saran wrap. So I'm going to show you how to make a crown out of the rack lamb. How's your lamb looks like, Miss Brianna? Okay. Okay. While my oil is heating up, okay, I am going to grab this little 3 bones and a little pinky, like Miss Larissa said. Okay. So I'm using this little saran wrap that I stretched out, and it's almost in the shape of a butcher's twine. Okay. I'm grabbing this bone, see that, guys, on the screen? Right? And the arch is facing up, the bones are facing down. I'm going to turn it, roll it outward. See that? How it makes a little crown like this? Okay? So here we go one more time. I remove the loin. Here's my little bone, my bones, my rack of lamb, right? My rack of bones. And I'm going to roll them backwards, okay, to make a little crown. See that crown? Okay. Now I'm going to tie it, okay. I'm going to use my saran wrap, and I'm going to tie this one very tight. Boom. Chakalaka boom, okay. It's tight. There we go, okay. And I'm going to cut these pieces off here on the side, okay. Now I'm going to season that with oil and a little bit of Mrs. Dash, okay? Okay. Little container here, okay? Little Mrs. Dash. Get some oil, okay? I got a little pastry brush here, okay? Mix the oil with Mrs. Dash. Brush this rack of bones that I tied with my saran wrap. Yes. How you Frenched it, or how I wrapped the back? I'm searing my loin 9, okay? So, show me, Amanda, what you got. Okay. Did you remove the loin? Okay. So now fold it backwards. There you go. Roll it backwards like that. That's it. That's it. Roll it backwards and then tie it. And then tie it. I used saran wrap. So I have the butcher's twine. I just made a little rope out of saran wrap and tied it. Okay. Yes, you gotta sear them, okay? Seal the juices. Okay. So my loin is coming out, okay? I'm gonna get rid of this cutting board right here, okay? I'm done with fabricating raw lamb. Okay. I removed that pan that I sear my loin, and I'm gonna reserve that because this is what I'm gonna use to saute my green beans and my navy beans. So I reserved the pan with that lamb flavor in it, okay? So here is my loin, okay? right here. Nicely seared off. And here's the rack, Armando, that I tied, okay? That I brushed with a little bit of oil and some seasonings, okay? So now the loin, okay? What I am going to do now, grab my mustard, Dijon mustard you guys have, a little souffle cup with the back of a spoon. Smear that on my loin, the part that I have nice and golden brown, okay? Now I'm going to go with molasses. I'm going to grab another spoon because I don't want to contaminate my molasses with mustard. Okay? Yes, Miss Chloe. Your loin is the fat part. Okay? Picture my hand, your rack of lamb, right? My fist. My fingers are the bones, right? Right close to the bones. This part right here is the loin. The fat part. The part that has all the meat. That's the loin. Yes, picture my hand, the rack of lamb. Picture my fingers, the bones. Okay? If I turn it upside down, the bone, my fingers to the bones, and the palm of my hand is the loin. You're going to take your knife close to the bones, flat side against the bones. You're going to cut away the meat away from the bones, all the way down till you separate that piece of meat from the bones. Okay? Yes, closer to the bone as you can. As close as the bones as you can, okay? You sear it. Follow the instructions in the chat. I got instructions in the chat. You sear that. Take it out. Rub it with mustard. And then grab some molasses. Rub some molasses on top of the mustard. See that? I'm doing that right now on the screen. My camera facing my table, my countertop. Top view. So I rub molasses on my loin. Okay. I'm done with my mustard. I'm done with my molasses. Okay. I'm going to put this away for now. Now, where's my egg? I'm going to beat an egg and then dip that loin that has been smeared and seasoned and smothered with molasses and mustard into my egg wash. Here's my egg. Okay. I'm beating the egg. Here we go. I'm beating the egg. Okay. Set it aside here. Okay. Done with this cup too. Here's my seasoned breadcrumbs. Okay. I'm going to hit it with a little bit more Mrs. Dash. You can add whatever you want in your breadcrumbs. Herbs, Mrs. Dash. Stay away from paprika, cayenne, or chili powder. Do not use any of those things, okay? So here's my breadcrumbs with a little bit of Mrs. Dash. I'm going to grab the loin, the part that is smeared with mustard, Dijon, and Dijon mustard and molasses, and I'm going to dab that into my egg wash. See? There you go, on my egg wash, okay? And then I'm going to grab that and go on my breadcrumbs. Okay? Going to roll it around, give it a nice coating of breadcrumbs on the loin. Okay? There we go. See? Nice amount of breadcrumbs on the loin. Okay? I'm going to pick my loin gently with the breadcrumbs on it, and I'm going to put them on my sheet tray. That is going to go in the oven. Might take 10-15 minutes depending on the heat and the height of the oven. Okay, and depending how fat and thick your piece of loin is. Okay? Mine took about 14 minutes, same loin in the morning class to reach 145, which was medium rare, medium rare. This now, right here, my sheet tray, okay, which has my little rack of bones and the little crown. Okay, in my loin that has been coated with molasses and mustard and egg wash, and breadcrumbs, in the oven. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm taking care of my Scooby snacks too. Okay. So as that is going, my rice is on the side, it's ready to rock and roll. I'm getting rid of my boning knife and my paring knife from carving that loin, and I'm going to start working on my salad next. Okay. You French it. Did you remove the loin like I did, or you let the loin on the bones? Yes. You can leave it on. You can leave it on if you want to. You don't have to take it off, okay? You can take it off if you want to, but it all depends on the presentation, okay? If you decide to leave it on, follow the steps on the chat. Season with oil, salt, sear, remove, smear with mustard, then molasses, then egg wash, then breadcrumbs, and it goes in the oven. Correct. If you remove it, still do the same process for the loin, but the bones, you're going to roll them backwards and tie them with saran wrap or a little bit of string, season them with oil, and roast them in the oven. So my piece of bread, I'm going to slice it flat. I'm going to see if I can get a nice even side of bread, okay? There we go, okay? I'm gonna cut one piece off here, and I'm gonna cut it into a little sailboat. There we go, okay? Two sailboats. Let's see which one this comes out better, okay? And then brush them both with oil. And the Mrs. Dash, the one I used on the lamb, okay? There we go. And I am going to toast this on the same pan as I got my my rack of lamb and my lamb loin. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put them straight on the wire rack. I want it nice and toasty. There we go. Okay. How are you guys doing with the rack of lamb, guys? Did you put the Dijon mustard? So that you put the Dijon mustard and the molasses and the loin before you put them in the oven, or not yet? No. You sear it first until golden brown, and then you rub the mustard, and then the molasses, and then the egg wash, and then the breadcrumbs. The instructions are in the chat. So take it out of the oven. On a sauté pan. Sauté pan. And save that pan because you're going to use it to saute your green beans and your navy beans too, okay? It's going to have a lot of flavor. There's a loin. How you doing, Miss Brianna? Kind of quiet in the back. Yes. Already? Really? Paint the wall? Rearrange the house? Scrub the ceiling? Okay, I'm going with my salad next, guys, okay? Right. Really, Miss Ali? Fudge. So salad is next. Okay. I got some leftover cucumbers from the other day that we made salad. Okay. I'm slicing it on the bias halfway. Okay. I got some radishes too. I'm going to slice them very thinly, thin like the wind. Okay. Bermuda style. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Odd numbers, right, Sheffy? Mm-hmm. ¿Qué? No hablo inglés. No speak English. ¿Qué? Nope. Left it on there so it'll stay nice and shape. Did you make a string out of the bag and tie it? Okay, but did you make a string out of it and tie it? Okay, yeah, leave it on there. No, because once you make it to a string, it becomes tougher. It doesn't burn. In the industry, we use that for belts, apron strings, a lot of things, right? Yeah. So my rack of lamb is roasting, my bread is toasting, my loin is cooking, rice is done. I'm gonna start getting on my salad here. So I got a few components. I got my cucumber slice, my radishes, tomatoes. I got some green onions. I'm gonna use for strings. I'm gonna slice some carrots on the bias because I'm gonna make a little bit of matchsticks. Okay. And again, your salad, you make it however you want to. Okay. I'm just gonna show you a different presentation of the salad in the last couple of times. There we go, little matchsticks of carrots. My dog loves carrots. There you go. And I'm going to slice some Bermuda onion rings out of this onion, nice and thin. Very thin. There we go. Just looking for a couple of onion rings. The only thing I have not done to my risotto is folded my cheese. So before I plate up, I'm going to add a little bit of stock, bring it to speed, and then fold in my Parmesan cheese. Here's my salad plate, my mixed greens. Oh, they're getting wilted. Hand pick my greens just like you guys did at school when you guys made the rollado of a cucumber. I'm making a nice little bouquet of mixed greens. I use mesclun greens or baby mixed greens. But mesclun is fine because they have a good ratio of frise, which is needed because it's nice and hearty. So here's my bouquet of lettuce. Okay. I'm going to use my wilted green onion as a string, and I'm going to gently tie them, tie my bouquet, okay? With the green onion that has been wilted. There we go. Sometimes we use chives too, they work the same way, okay? But it's kind of big, I'm going to remove some lettuce. Okay. There we go. Okay. No, I'm using the green onion, the one that has been wilted, as a string. I'm tying it. No. So here's my little, I'm going to put it in my plate. So here's my little bouquet of lettuce tied with a piece of onion that's been wilted, okay? I'm going to cut the base off, make it even, okay? So I'm going to position my cucumber here. This piece I cut right here looks like a broken tooth because I'm going to slide my bread right here, my little crostini inside. It's going to be sending like a little sail, okay? Right, so it's like a snap-on, like little Legos. Here's the cucumber, and the bread is going to go inserted here. So it's going to look like that, okay? So cucumber, I'm going to fan out my bias cut cucumber on the front of it. I'm going to put my radishes in between. 1, 2, oops. Fan them out, okay? Right here. I'm going to put 3 tomato halves facing down, okay? Keep that flow going, okay? My lettuce, okay? I'm not going to put it in yet because I need that crostini to come out of the oven. Okay. All right, I'm checking to see how my oven is doing. My crostini is not done yet. My rack of lamb is not done yet, okay? So I got a few more minutes before I can start plating completely finished plating my salad. Now just waiting. Come on, Christine, be ready. Oh. Okay. So here's my crostini, okay? From the oven right here. I'm gonna let it cool down before I can start messing with it, okay? I did two just in case. See which one was gonna be the hardest one, the more crispier. Yes, mustard first, molasses second, egg wash, and then breadcrumbs. And then it goes in the oven. While that is going, I'm gonna make my vinaigrette real quick. Got my bowl, a little mini whisk, a little bit of Mrs. Dash, some red wine vinegar, like maybe half a tablespoon, okay? A little bit of this apricot glaze that we got from the bourbon glazed chicken. Okay. There we go. Like about a tablespoon of that. Whisk that slowly, and then I'm going to add my oil. Make sure the apricot glaze is thoroughly mixed, no lumps. Grab my oil and slowly whisk it in. Not a whole bunch of oil. Don't need a whole bunch of dressing. And what's going to happen is going to be kind of like a thick consistency because the apricot glaze or preserves. Going to look like somewhat like honey. There we go. That's it. Okay. Vinaigrette is done. That's simple. 4 ingredients. Okay. All right. So my crostini is not cold enough to be put in place. So here you go, Chefy. Okay. Here's my cucumber, close and personal. Here's my crostini. See that slot? And it's going to go right in it. Okay. Like that. Okay. Oh, I need to cut a slit on this bread. It's too big. Yeah, I forgot to cut a slit right here. Okay, this little piece. There you go. See, and it's going to snap in the cucumber. See, there you go. See that? Okay, we're going to put that piece there. Make it stand out like a shark's fin. Okay. On the side. Now I'm going to stand this lettuce right here, right next to it. Like that, okay? Couple of nice thinly sliced onion rings here, okay? 2 tomatoes facing up, okay? A little bit of the matchstick carrots right on the other side, nice and gentle. Salad is done. Okay. Now I'm going to dress it. Okay. Here we go. Just a small smear of salad dressing here. Maybe sprinkle a little bit on the carrots, cucumbers, and radishes. Okay. And that's it. Simple salad, Chefy. Simple salad, guys. Okay. Simple and easy. Just takes the imagination. Salad is done. Oh, my lettuce fell off. There you go. Yeah, the resting on the side is fine. Okay. I'm gonna grab my plate now for my lamb. It should be done. I'm gonna kill my oven right now. My oven is off. Okay. Here's my plate for my lamb. Okay. I'm gonna bring this risotto back to life. Okay. Reheat a little bit. Add just a touch of chicken stock, just a smidgen. Okay. Let that come out to life. No, I'll throw it out because it's contaminated with the lamb. I'm adding my Parmesan cheese to my risotto, and I'm going to lightly fold it in on very low heat, lightly. Added a little bit of chicken stock to my risotto. Put it on very low heat just to bring it up to temperature. Added my shredded Parmesan cheese. And I'm slowly folding the cheese into the risotto to melt the cheese with a very low heat. There we go, that's it. Okay. Set that aside. Take my lamb off the oven. There it is. Heat up my pan where I sear my lamb. Because the pan where I sear my lamb has got some of the lamb fat, some of the flavor, and some oil. So I'm going to heat it up, and that's where I'm going to saute my green beans. Remove my green beans, put them on my little towel here on the side to pat them dry, and then I'm going to go with my navy beans in the same pan while it's still hot. There's a lot of flavor in that pan. Yes, you can add a little bit more. Okay. You want to have just enough to coat the green beans and the beans, Miss Chloe, okay? Not a lot, but not too less. You just have the right amount. Maybe like about a tablespoon or so, okay? My pan is heating up. My green beans are going in. It wasn't that hot yet. Darn it. Oh well. And I am not adding salt to my green beans, nor my navy beans. You have a lot of flavors going to this dish. What about your demi-glace? Do you guys have it ready, set to go? Do you guys reduce it by half, your sauce? I know you guys that are on hybrid, you should have some kind of a elote going as your sauce, right? My beans are sauteed, okay? Remember we made the demi-glace a couple of days ago, so I saved half for today, okay? Made it yesterday for the pork cutlet. For the veal milanese. So I saved some of the demi-glace for today, okay? The only thing I did with my demi-glace from yesterday, half of that I saved, I added some mint jelly that I brought to the store. Okay, green beans are sauteed. I'm going to put them in a paper towel here to drain any excess fat. I don't want any fat bleeding on my plate, okay? In the same pan, here's my navy beans. Just a small amount. Separate. Saute your green beans first, and then saute your navy beans second. Separate. All right. Navy beans are done. I'm shutting off my oven. Okay, I'm going to start plating up, guys. For that, I got a cookie cutter. Okay, on my plate. Not in the middle, but offset. I'm going to grab a spoon and start putting my risotto into this ring cookie cutter, okay? Ooh, nice and cray. Okay. And then I'm gonna try to pack it with the back of my spoon down. I want my risotto to be nice and firm, not mushy. Okay, there we go, okay? Nice and firm, okay? I'm gonna remove this ring. Up. There we go. Nice little tin ball of risotto. I am going to grab my crown that I roasted with the saran wrap. Armando, Amari, those of you guys who did it. And I'm gonna trim a little bit off the bottom, make it nice and even, okay? Somewhat even, okay? That's about it, okay? Now I am going to cut that saran wrap / string that I used to tie my rack of lamb, okay? There we go. The rack of lamb stayed nice in shape, guys. Here we go, see that nice rack of lamb? The bottom, just level it a little bit off, but this nice little bone sticking out like a little crown. I'm gonna put that right here on top of my risotto to the right side a little bit, okay? There you go. I'm gonna push a little bit down so it doesn't fall off. Not to squish my risotto. Next, I'm gonna put my green beans on the spiral motion or a spiral shape right next to my risotto. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's a little spiral. I want to make sure that my plate has some kind of a flow. Okay, there you go. That's it. I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green beans. I didn't use all of them. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of this navy beans that I sauteed in the same pan, and I'm going to put some on top of the base where the spiral starts on my green beans on top. Because my plate is white, so I don't want to have my beans on the bottom. Okay, I want them on top of the green beans so they can show the color and the little bit of the cooking technique of the navy beans on top of the green beans. Okay, offset that balance the colors. There you go, just like that. Just a very, very small amount. Okay, now goes for my loin. I got my loin. I'm going to slice it about maybe an inch thick. Okay, not so thick because I don't want my breading, the crust to come off. Okay, there you go. Maybe an inch, half an inch thick. This time I'm using my serrato knife because it has more, it's a little bit more sharp. I can cut a little bit thinner. Okay. About half an inch thick slices. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to put one of the sides, okay, with the spiral of the green beans in, right here. Resting against the little side of the rice, the risotto. And I'm going to continue that motion, shingling my loin round and round, okay? Three, four, I'm gonna make it even, okay, Chevy, just for you. I mean, odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? 5 pieces, okay? Now I'm gonna take my sauce that I saved from yesterday. I just reheated it. It already has a little bit of demi-glace, a little bit mint jelly to make it sweet. What do you think, Miss Tessa? Ms. Lali, what do you guys think? Okay. Okay. Any thoughts, Miss Tessa? She's probably back in the floor. Okay, sauce is heating up. Now, I don't want my sauce to be, I'm not going to drizzle it, I'm not going to spoon it. What I'm going to do is carefully put it right between the rim of the plate and where the lamb loin sits. Okay? I'm not covering my rack of my lamb loin or my meat with demi-glace. It looks like the sauce is underneath the lamb loin. Okay? There you go. Simple as that. Last piece of the puzzle, the edible, ridiculous, obligatory sprinkle of mint, because I got mint jelly in my sauce, and mint goes perfect with lamb. And no, I'm not putting a big old bush of mint, Ms. Chefy, okay? You're welcome. I know culinary students like to put a big old thing of mint. There you go. Nice and... Yep. It's like this one that I grabbed a big old bush of mint and put on there, right? So there's my plate with the rack of lamb, the risotto, mint, green beans, and navy beans. Plain and simple, guys. Plain and simple. Oh, the sun came out and my house got a little bit warm. I'm like, it feels stuffy now. Okay. Any thoughts, Ms. Lali, now that it's completed? Racalam Marie Louise. Okay, that was done. There's a great place in Mueller, Miss Rebecca. The place is all vegan menu, and everything there is vegan. It's called Rebel Cheese. I don't know if you heard of it or have been to it before yet. Okay, it's called Rebel Cheese, and everything is vegan. You can take a look at it on the Google and find it, and it'll say everything. Everything on the menu is vegan. I don't know about dairy free. There might be some items. So of course, you know, cheese got to be vegan, so it's no dairy. But it's a great place. It opened up not too long ago.